here to collect. That's the plan.
Yeah, Vorpal brings up the weird moral. You have open palm or closed fist in Jade Empire, which is basically just light side, dark side.
Yeah. See,
Which,
and this is another reason why it took me a long time to ever play KOTOR, because I really dislike a lot of the things that this game did as far as inspiring other games to that weird like moral, like it works in Star Wars, but it doesn't work anywhere else. And you could even argue that it only barely works in Star Wars. Because like shit is not black and white, you know?
No, that's why KOTOR 2 is better than KOTOR 1.
And the things that I've heard, the things that you've talked about for that, like that excites me a lot.
I did
This game has that to some extent, but not nearly as much.
You still have a straight up meter on your character screen.
This KOTOR 2 also has a meter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That stuff is just dumb. Like
KOTOR 2 and to a lesser extent KOTOR 1 is about having a meter and knowing that the meter doesn't mean anything really.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's cool.
For my final project in values and ethics in college, I did a paper on video game ethics, and I talked about the thing very early on in KOTOR 2 where you can help or not help the beggar, and then she points out, like, whichever choice you make is wrong, basically.
Yeah.
But I personally like how the original Fallout games handled morality more, because they used karma, but they also used like location-based reputation.
Yeah.
Then you got titles based on stuff you did. So like, if you started digging up graves, you got the grave digger title, and people kind of looked at you funny, or stuff like that. I think makes more sense and is more organic than light side, dark side, black and white morality.
Yeah. And like that's closer just to the way things actually work. Like there's no, I mean, I don't want to get into theology really here, but at least on like a day-to-day basis, you don't feel the effects of a god judging you.
Right.
Whether you believe in a god or not, that's different. That's neither here nor there for what I'm talking about here. Like, unlike a lot of video games that came after KOTOR, where it's like this strange, like the system is judging your actions.
Right.
All the way up through Mass Effect, even.
Here's your good points.
Right, yeah, it's so weird, and it inevitably, Mass Effect was like the culmination of all of it, and it basically just boiled down to pick the top option for good points, pick the bottom option for bad points.
And they took one step in the right direction by letting you get both, but still it's broken, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like nothing is like the way like what you were talking about with Fallout is closer to the way it actually works, where it's like what people think of you is way more meaningful than some weird system judging you.
New Vegas is a very similar thing. That's really
godlike,
cool.
Like, yeah. Actually, like a lot of the Bethesda games do that. And also, actually, like this made me really mad. Actually, well, partly because I was a butthead, and I was like, whatever, this 3D bullshit. It's no Baldur's Gate. I'm not gonna play it because I was a butthead. But also because of all this morality stuff. Because in Baldur's Gate, there's no there's the D&D like, yeah. I mean, there's like the D&D, chaotic good and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that really mattered in D&D was you would do things and your party members would approve or disapprove. And you could lose party members if you did shit that your party members didn't like.
You can lose party members in this game.
I mean,
if you do stuff they don't like.
That's cool, but like making it like an explicit system, like putting a meter in a menu, like sort of removes some of that power from it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing that I think is interesting about the KOTOR games, and this applies much more to KOTOR 2, again. But they have your meter, and they have everyone else's meter, and you can look at their meter, and you can judge. You can judge them based on their meter and judge them based on how they act, and see that they're like totally different things. Like there's a character in this game, Jolie Bindo, who there's some valid criticism against Jolie Bindo for some things, but also is a really cool character. And his whole thing is he's a Jedi, kind of, and he's like one of the like. If you had to put him where you thought he would be on a light side scale, dude is way up there near the top, but his whole thing is how he's like gray and in the middle because he doesn't because the one of the points that the KOTOR series as a whole I think tries to make is that light side and dark side is not is like more of a representation of politics than of actual character.
Okay.
And this has some of that, and then KOTOR 2 is all about that. Like it kind of takes that ball and makes it its whole game.
Sure.
But that's what I like about KOTOR is that the light side and dark side points don't really mean anything. I can make a dark side decision and not be a dark side character because I need to in that moment, or because it might be the right thing to do for my character, or for what I consider to be a more moral thing.
Sure.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's cool, and that excites me to play more of this. But you know, at the time when I was reading all about this game and everything, all the coverage of this game was just, oh, you got this meter, it gets a light side points and blah blah blah, and you know, it was just like.
And you could definitely play it that way. That's just not how. I just don't think that's how it should be read, really.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I just started Dragon Age 2. I've never played it before, and there's no good and evil. There's just like what your party members think of you, basically.
Yeah.
And the options that you can say, they're labeled, but it's always like pragmatic or sarcastic or nice. It's not good, bad, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll boil down to making like a, do you want to kill all these kittens, or do you want to save all these kittens? But because there's only, in a video game, at least now, there's only so much you can do to make it reflect the nuances of morality.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but I think like a reputation system based on individual characters.
Yes, I like that much better.
At least like rings truer than a overall like light side dark side meter.
Right.
Or renegade paragon or whatever, you know.
Right. Or like in Fallout, where if you were a shithead in Junktown would not like you, but then if you were a cool guy in the hub's like, okay, she's all right. Because it was hard to get messages between towns, apparently.
Whoa, okay. Should I kill this lady, or... I just wanted to see what was in your box.
Hey.
Not that kind of box.
Late night Twitch.
She is a super hard fight, by the way.
What did we do to her?
Well,
she's a criminal, and you antagonized her.
Oh, oops.
I mean, we got me and this doofus, and then a Jedi, so we're fine, right?
She lost her lightsaber.
Well, but I mean, I gave her another one, so it's all good.
No, that's her original.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's her OG saber.
When did we find that?
I mean, I found it around the time that I found her somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, you find it as you're like right before you rescue her, basically.
Yeah, and then
You find it in Brejik's in the Vulcan base, the Vulcan base.
She just brought it up so we'd be like, oh hey, maybe we should give her the lightsaber.
Well, when we rescued her, we were like, oh, this is yours. Take this.
Oh, okay.
And then we interrogated her about, hey, why didn't you have your lightsaber?
Yeah.
Right.
I lost it. Sorry, I lost it.
I am now clear on the
timeline.
The timeline.
Lightsaber timeline.
The lightsaber gate.
I guess really ultimately my point about morality in games is I don't want to see the mirror. You know what I mean? Like even if it's a black and white meter under the surface, I don't want to see it. Just let me imagine what's going on instead of like making it explicit. Because as soon as you make it explicit, it gets real weird.
Yeah.
Like there's this, like the systems are watching you and judging you and all this kind of stuff. And, man, weird. It's weird.
Hashtag video games.
Yep. I'm gonna hit these guys with my vibro blades.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Bastila had a Darth Maul saber.
Whoops. No, what did I do? Armor reinforcement. That sounds pretty good. Ooh, look at this little room full of goodies. Oh, it's just one. Shoot.
Disappointment.
Well, more med packs is always good. Yeah, Vorpalfem points out another bad thing about systems reporting your actual morality is often you're still forced into performing the role of the hero regardless of where you stand in the bar. That was a big problem I had with the Infamous games, which I really liked otherwise, but it's like also like the very first choice in that game is let all these people have this food or blow it up for no reason.
Yeah, that's definitely my biggest problem with morality meters is that a lot of the times the choices are so dumb. Mm-hmm. Like it's because they're either dumb because the light side decision is doing nothing and the dark side decision is crazy, or the light side decision like it's either don't throw light side points because you didn't throw a guy out the window. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes it's the opposite where it's like the light side points is give up all your money and dark side points is I can't just give you all my money. Yeah. Sorry, I can't give you all my money.
It's funny, like I was thinking about in Baldur's Gate when say if your reputation is dipped below a certain amount, you can just go to church and give them like 1,000 gold and they'll be like, okay, you're good now.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
You murdered 15 people outside, but give us 1,000 gold and you're all set. The gods have forgiven you, my child.
All right, this guy wasn't anywhere in this apartment complex. Oh, wait. I thought that other door was the exit. There was one more door I didn't check.
This is the last door. Oh, hey, I just did a review of that game. That was good. Check it out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I played the beginning of it, and I couldn't really get into it.
I can see why. It might not be for everybody. But
I mean, if it gets better later.
I went into it and I didn't realize that, because there's 4 episodes, and I didn't realize that it was the story wasn't complete yet. So I think if you go into it realizing that, it'll be a better thing because I was a little disappointed at the end. But the
okay.
atmosphere is just super good and creepy.
Is that review up right now?
Yep, it's on Nerdy But Flirty.
You can go find that review on nerdybutflirty.com.
Woo!
So the guy just wasn't in that place?
I don't know where he's at.
He might be in the upper place, the upstairs.
Maybe.
I think he's either in the north side apartments or in your home base apartments. You can fast travel there if you want. Ooh, this is a fun little puzzle. Yeah, you can. On the party selection screen, it's like this button to hang out back at your place for free.
Yeah, that kind of, okay.
This is a fun puzzle, though.
Is it a puzzle?
Yep.
I read these messages.
It's a memory puzzle. If you want, I could just straight up tell you the answers.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, it didn't do this before because I kept trying to hack it.
Oh, okay.
And it just kept telling me impossible. So I didn't understand how to engage the puzzle. But yeah, I play rogues in a lot of video games because as soon as there is a locked thing, a door or a box or something, I gotta know what's in there.
Gotta know what's in there.
I gotta know what's in there.
I love playing stealthy rogues.
Yeah,
me too. Yeah, that is my class of choice.
I will pick a fighter type if I suspect that the game is going to be difficult, fighting wise. But mostly, I gravitate toward rogue.
Do you want a hint? Oh, there you go. Got it.
Yeah, no, I remember a lot of that stuff. Despite being quite inebriated and reading that stuff like 30 minutes ago.
The Republic mod armor is pretty good armor. Maybe give it that to Karth.
Is that upgradable stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we got that armor mesh or whatever.
Man, upgrading stuff in KOTOR 2 is so much fun.
I got a new armor upgrade thing, so I need to go find a workbench and add that to my lady's armor here. Also, I'm really kind of disappointed that, I mean, maybe it's more useful later, but right now stealth seems pretty useless.
Yeah, it's totally useless. I never ever use it. So don't put points into stealth. All it does is let you sneak past enemies and not get their XP.
Yeah. I think I've already put a lot of points into stealth.
Again, KOTOR 2, there are slightly more uses for it, but not any that you would ever need to do yourself. You can just get a party member that knows stealth to do it for you.
I like how your stance will change if you're a good guy or a bad guy. That, like, right now Nick looks like an angel. Like, very prim and proper.
Yeah, I've put the most points in stealth, in fact. Stealth is my highest ranked skill right now.
Oh. Oops.
Oh well. But yeah, dude is nowhere in here.
Vorpalfem says, I loved how in Fallout 2 you could use intellectual or social leverage instead of force, and it could be even more harmful or villainous. I loved being a sarcastic jerkface in Fallout 2. There's a part where you can make a guy go out in the desert because he did something bad to you. I forget what it was, but he was a jerk first, and then you go and make him dig his own grave. And I know it sounds bad that I'm laughing at it, but your lines during that
Damn.
scene are the best. But no, he's a jerk. Like,
Straight up, he's a jerk.
yeah. And also in Fallout 2, you can get through most of that game if you want to without ever fighting anybody. You can just, and that's most of the time what I try to do, is if you put enough points in speech, you can talk your way out of a lot of stuff.
That's
And if
really
you're-
cool.
And
Yeah.
if you're playing a woman, you can have sex with people and they will give you free stuff. Like, you can, and then you can manipulate them with that, which is not something you often see in a video game. So, I mean,
I've never played any of the early Fallout games. I guess
Yeah,
either of the year. No, I thought there's 3, right? There's
Nope,
Fallout 1, 2, and then a third Tactics game. Fallout
yes.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Tactics is just combat, though, pretty much.
Okay.
I've never gotten through it. It's
Do we
super
want to
boring for
switch
me.
up our party at all here, or stick with Bastil and Karth?
Bastil and Karth are my go-to for the beginning because
Yeah.
I mean, they seem the most story appropriate, even though I really like Mission and Zalbar.
Yeah. Like I said, I like to take people when I'm doing their quest, I guess.
hmm
So like later mission will have a thing that we'll do with her. You know?
Mm-hmm. Is there like loyalty quests you're saying in here?
Yeah. Oh,
That's cool.
Yes. Selnar remembers more what I was talking about in Fallout. Pretty boy Lloyd stole $2,000 from a mobster. The mobster hires you to get it back. You find Lloyd. He takes you out to where he buried it, and then comedy ensues. Lines include stuff like, "There are 2 types of people in the world, Lloyd. The ones with guns and the ones that dig. Now dig." Okay, maybe he wasn't a jerk face, but... And then once his booby trap is defeated... Right, because he was going to blow you up if you went and did it yourself. Once his booby trap is defused, an anti-tank landmine... Hey, Lloyd, catch! Also, I know there's a point in there where you can say, "I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum."
Man, I haven't watched They Live in a really long time.
I've never seen it, and I want to. But I know that that's what the line is from.
Yeah, I remember really liking it,
Mhm.
though I was also a dumb 19-year-old, I think, when I first saw it. So take that with a grain of salt.
One of my friends quite likes that movie. And I mean, you went to film school, so and he's a movie buff, so I trust you
Yeah,
guys.
that doesn't mean anything. I kind of hate movies now, actually. I don't watch movies a lot.
Mm.
Movies are really good.
Are they?
So I mean, no, they're not for the most part.
Matt Mitchell has a
They're like 90-minute unskippable cutscenes.
A
Matt
lot
Mitchell-
of movies are really good, and 99 times more are not.
Yeah.
I like movies, but I have to be in the right mood to watch a movie but it's funny because I'm like, oh, I don't have time to watch a 2-hour movie, and then I'll be playing video games for way longer than that. But it's something, I don't know. Matt Mitchell wants to know, Keith, based on your light side tendencies, have you played much with Hanhar and KOTOR 2?
I had Hanhar in one playthrough of that game. I do not like Hanhar because he is so mean.
And yes, Selnar, the Fallout 2 Temple of Trials is the worst. But you can talk your way out of the final fight, which is fun. Also, I like in Fallout, the first 2 anyway, I don't know if it does this with the newer ones, but if you don't have enough points in intelligence, you can't speak to people correctly. Like, you can
That's
only...
fun.
It's so fun. I've done a playthrough of it like that, and the only person you can talk to is the person that doesn't speak right when when you have over 3 intelligence. So, and he sounds like a Rhodes Scholar. There's so many wonderful small things in Fallout 2. I love it so much. It's one of my favorites. I like it more than number 1. And I know that a lot of people don't like 2 because it gets silly in parts, but I like it. Cthulhu has a request for Nick. He wants you to do more sword twirling.
Oh yeah, the sword twirling is really great, especially when you get some lightsabers on there.
Yeah, I loved the sword twirling because it gave me something else to look at while I was running around.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, it's like in Fable when it's like, oh, I can roll everywhere. Great, I'll do that instead.
Listen to me, people. That is a terrible scourge.
I don't know where that guy is at all. I give up.
I told you he's in the North Apartments.
I was just in the North Apartments. He is not there.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
Does it say in the journal?
I remember him being either in the lower city or the undercity.
If he's in the lower city, he's in the lower city apartments.
I bet you it probably does say in the quest log.
Selnar, yes, that's what I was.
It'll
Yes.
either way. It'll tell you in the
Perfect.
No,
It'll
it
tell
doesn't.
you at the bounty place where the hut is, where you can go to collect all the money from the people that you've killed anyway.
Cthulhu-esque, I also jump around while running if I can, like in the Elder Scrolls games.
Did you check your apartments?
Yeah, I checked both of them. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 minutes, basically.
Are there two apartment buildings downstairs? That's
I don't
probably what it
remember.
is.
Yeah,
I think there's
probably.
2.
I only checked one downstairs, but I checked both of them upstairs.
Okay.
But it's also really late, and at this point I've had...
Yeah, we could just quit.
I have
out.
imbibed some alcohol, so I think it's time to call it for this one. But
Okay.
I totally want to play the rest of this game on stream with you guys.
All right.
If you're down
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
down.
I don't mind.
I'm down.
Yeah, I love this game. So
Because
there you go.
I do genuinely really want to like this game, but for whatever reason, it's one of those games that I just don't. When I'm sitting down to play a game, it's like, I don't want to play KOTOR. Let's play something else. You know what I mean?
Well, wait till we get off this planet, though.
Do
Yeah.
I know what you mean by I don't want to play KOTOR? No,
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
I
replace
will-
that with any other game, though. Like it's just
I
for
will
me.
I will empathize with you, but I agree with Keith. This is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait till
And once
off
you get
this
off, once you
planet,
get off Terrace, yeah, you'll be fine.
because a lot of people don't like this planet, which is understandable because you're right. It's a lot of long streets.
Look at all these hallways and streets. They're so long.
Yeah,
Even
we'll
on
get
this
to-
tiny little map.
We'll get to a nice forest planet at some point.
Yeah, Forest Planet. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna spin around and twirl my blades. Excuse me, Karth. Excuse me.
You're gonna chop his head off.
I wish I could reach over and turn off, like, hit the stop streaming button while I'm doing this, but I'm using both. I'm using both of my hands to do this
If you
right
do
now.
if you do it fast enough, the stream will end before you get.
Oh, that's
before-
true.
Yeah.
Okay, you can find me on the internet at KelseyR713.
Oh yeah. Okay, we should do the outros. Yep.
On Twitter, that's KelseyR713, and you can find my writing on Nerdy But Flirty, an all-woman gaming and geek culture website.
You can find me at Something Dumb on Twitter, and you can find the Let's Plays that I do at youtube.com/runbutton or runbutton.net.
You can find me at Dr. Evilbones pretty much everywhere. But most specifically, Twitter and YouTube.
Woo!
Yay!
Stream friends.
Stream friends, yay! Video games, yay!
Woo.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.